Hi, everybody. Welcome back to that Eurovision site. Our Melo interviews continue on. And we have the lovely Anna Bergendahl joining us. How are you today, Anna?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Very busy, but what can you expect from Melo on final week?
Yeah, it's a circus.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So let's start off with obviously your participation this year. I know you've told us some things about it, but how did it feel getting up on that stage again 2 weeks ago?
Oh, it felt amazing. I was really, really nervous. I mean, every time it gets to me every time somehow. I've been in this business for like 15 years or something, but it affects me, and I get really, really nervous. But I was very happy on stage. But actually, in the semifinal, I felt like something happened. I felt liberated, free, happy on stage, and hopeful, and I felt. Yeah, and that's also what I want to instill in others with my song. So yeah.
I was gonna say this time you had to fight again
Yeah.
for the place. So
Yeah.
what was the emotion? We're like, okay, I'm not on the final directly. I have to fight for it. So
Yeah.
obviously you're basically like a regular here because you've been here for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So what was going through your head when you said, okay, semi-final, let's go? What was going through your head?
Well, I just felt really grateful, people on a Saturday night picking up their phones to vote. And I was third, and I was not that far from a final. It was just only a few points. So I just felt very, very grateful, and I love second chances, and I got one. So yeah, I just felt grateful.
Okay, so with the performance, because you said it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
How, if for someone who is just discovering Anna Bergendahl herself,
Yeah.
how would you describe the journey from Ashes to Ashes to Higher Power to someone who is just new to the contest itself?
Oh, well, it's the same songwriting team. It's me, Bobby, Jason, and Eric. And Bobby and Jason have a way of writing these beautiful, kind of melancholic, very Swedishy melodies, and Eric's productions are very dramatic, and I have my lyrics and my vocals, and so in this team we found this collaboration that has created this trilogy, and it's always a song about hope and light and strength, because that's what I need as a human being, and that's what I want to also give to others if I can. So in short, that's it.
Very interesting, because like every time I watch like the three that you've done ever since you've doing the Mellow tour, it's like it's always still of hope, and it always like felt like more hopeful after listening or watching your performances. So
Thank you.
I'm guessing that's what you wanted the audiences to feel.
Thank you. Yeah, because I need that so much for myself, and I write my lyrics, and being a human being is hard. It's really difficult. So what I turn to is music, and a good song can always make a bad day just a little bit better for me. So that's my goal as a songwriter, to give that to others.
So because I know that recently when your entries, you're more towards on the country side, and you can also go on the pop side with like Kingdom Come. Are you straying more towards the country vibes than the pop side, you think?
Well, I love country music. I actually grew up listening to a lot of soul music, Motown, Stax, Aretha Franklin, and then I discovered country music in my early 20s, and I just fell in love with the storytelling, the string instruments, and I think country is my thing, and that's what I'm gonna continue on doing.
Lovely. Okay, then, so you've been doing this for like past 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
This will be your third.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make any more changes ahead of this weekend, or did Zine do a very good job that it is what it is now?
I think Sign and Dennis did a very good job. I mean, to me, they are so intelligent in combining the number with the song and just elevating the song with the number. So I'm very pleased with them. I'm so excited to work with them again, and they inspire me so much. And actually, I don't think that we will change a single thing.
Okay, then. And speaking more about Mello, because the fans are really curious, because obviously you saying that this is a trilogy is kind of like implying that this is the definitive end for you in Mello. It's like, you're saying it's a trilogy, like, is she saying that this is the last time she's ever going to be in this competition? But one of my friends is asking Tanya, who's, I think you've seen her so many times on your DMs, if you were ever to go back again, would you stick to that trilogy and continue it on, or would you go down a different path?
That's an interesting question. Well, I love this team that I'm working with, and I love the style that I'm doing, and I'm not sure. I think I would do something different. I haven't done really a ballad since I won in 2010, so maybe a ballad. Who knows?
Okay, then, and looking at after Mello now, obviously you were still releasing music still after Mello, so like you had Greater Trust, and also your collaboration with Tyler Rich last week that I couldn't get out of my head. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep drinking so many bottles if she just keeps singing about this. Is there any more to come? Because I think like the fans clamoring, we really want a new album from you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping for an album. You know, it takes time. I mean, I write maybe 20 songs, and one of them I release because it's hard work finding that perfect song. But yeah, I would really too love finally getting an album out, because it's been 10 years since I released an entire album. So yeah.
Now I still listen to that album, and the one song that stuck on my mind was Barcelona Blues.
Barcelona Blues, thank you so much, because I actually wrote that myself.
Yeah.
And one of the few songs that I've released that I've completely, written myself. So thank you.
And they're all clamoring. It was just like, when is she gonna go back on touring? It's like, you remember when you did London twice?
Yeah.
I was like, is she gonna come back again to London? We want her to come back. We want to, because you're always exclusively on Sweden, so the international fans are all clamoring like, is she gonna go outside of Sweden again?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Whenever, if I get the chance, I would love to come. Just invite me.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to point out, because you said on an interview previously, before you joined the circus, that actually, no, I'm not going to do it this year. And then, like, a couple of weeks later, you were on the name. I think it was our friends at Eurotrip podcast that asked you.
Yeah.
So, are you still doing your medical degree, or are you finished with that already?
I have 1 semester left out of 5.5 years. So, I'm getting there. I'm really close. And yeah, hopefully I'll finish my degree this year.
Because everyone was like saying, if I were to choose within uni and Mello, and everyone was like, Mello in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and that's what I do too, because these chances are 1 in a million. I mean, there are so many artists and songwriters who would love to be in Melfest. I mean, in Sweden, and I just feel really privileged to get to do it. So I take every chance that I get, basically. And I always have my studies, and I can always go back to them. And I'm 30 now. Hopefully, I'll be working until my 70s or something, so I'll have 40 years as a medical doctor. Yeah.
Okay, then to quickly round things up, if you were to somehow miraculously, and everyone votes your way, you'll obviously be going to Turin. If that's the case, if you do get that chance, how would you feel about it? Because obviously the last time it wasn't that much of a good experience in the end.
Right. No, I would just feel very honored, privileged. I would be in shock because the competition is really it's hard. So and I'm really rooting for Cornelia, and I'm just looking forward to a fun evenings Saturday.
Okay then, and one last question: what's the one thing that you've learned taking part this year that you'll take with you going forward?
That I need to work on my self-esteem. I think, you know, I grew up competing in music. I did my first competition in television when I was 12, continued on in Idols when I was 16, Melodifestivalen for the first time when I was 18. So I'm just really influenced by that whole thing, and that obviously affects your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And I think I need to work on that, because it's hard not to get affected by whatever everyone thinks, and at the end of the day, I think I'm a good person, and I need to work on that.
So one bad comment, but you'll see 1,000 nice comments.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, then, and just to quickly round things up, is there anything that you want to say to the international viewers who are watching this?
Oh, thank you so much for your love. There are really no fans like the Eurovision fans, so thank you so much. I love you. Mwah.
Lycka till, tack så mycket, Anna.
Tack så mycket.